Are you sure you want to start? Yes, I'm fucking sure. Stream status bad? What? I sang good before. What the hell? Okay. Somebody view the video and let me know how it's going. Okay, let's see what y'all are saying in there. Okay, okay, it's going. It's probably horrible quality, I'm sure, because I'm in hell and I am suffering. Okay. Wow, that was so much more difficult than it needed to be. That was so awful. Okay. Whoa, is it? I bet it's screen sharing. It's probably freaking screen sharing, isn't it? Instead of just giving y'all video. Oh, this is so annoying. Is this? No. Okay. Wow, so it's gonna just show y'all my entire freaking desktop. That's obnoxious. Or is that how you have the video? Okay, whatever. I don't care. As long as I can read these damn questions. This is so stupid. Okay. So, I will try and go as long as I can, but I have a lesson at 9, so, oh shit. A damn Italian ice. It's halfway melted. Waiting for all this mediocrity to sort itself out. Okay. Go ahead and start piling in with the questions. While y'all piling with the questions, oh crap. I'm gonna announce Steve Sings is the winner of this week's challenge. The challenge was to sing the E vowel on as many different E notes as possible, and or challenging notes. And Steve Sings did several of them. I would play the audio for you, but it's in my other operating system. Ugh. So yeah, we just gonna have to use our imaginations and pretend that we heard that. No, it's just gonna do whatever it wants. I have it like giving video, but it wants to also give the entire freaking screen. I don't even care. I don't even care. I'm done. I don't care. Just answer questions. Let me open up Stack Exchange to see if anybody's asked any questions via Stack Exchange. Stack Exchange voice. Entered! God damn! Like, stop making shit so hard! Whoa! Whoa! We have hella upvotes and new people. I'm appreciating this. Damn! Damn! Okay, let's see what the newest questions are. Okay. So, what exercises can I do to extend, oh no. AAS. How to engage it and use it. So AAS is probably referring to the area epiglottic sphincter, which, if you must be a purist, is technically not actually a sphincter. It's these cartilages and folds, oh god, they're located above the focal folds and the false focal folds. And when you narrow them, you get this sound, which is called twang, by several different vocal pedagogies, including Estill. It's probably one of the biggest voice science pedagogies in Europe. So how do you engage it? It's hard to give a specific drill to engage it. Usually the best way to try to engage it is through mimicry. So just mimic a voice that's very much like this. It's very like bratty. And some people call this nasal, even though it has nothing to do with your nose. A lot of people will call it nasal. So listen to really like nerdy voices that some people might call nasal, even though that is the wrong term for it. So you'll listen to a bunch of those and try to like pair it back to the sound. What you should feel when you're doing the sound, ideally, is a constriction somewhere high up in your throat. Epiglottic, I guess, means that it's articulated someplace between the arytenoids and the epiglottis, which is like, those are at the top of your larynx. Sometimes you can feel like it's happening in the back of your mouth because it's so high up that area where like the back of the tongue starts to bridge into the throat, people can think of as all sort of one area. So some people might feel it in their mouth, some people might feel it in their throat. So you want to feel a constriction there, a nice, gentle constriction. And that, and a sound that sounds kind of nerdy like this. Okay, so that's AS, how to engage it and use it. If you also want your questions answered with precedence, don't forget to sign up for Stack Exchange. Vote for your favorite questions and add your questions. I will spend extra time answering them here. And next week, I'm going to try to play Steve's the audio sample of the E-challenge. And y'all can send in more E-challenges if you want, but I don't think none of y'all going to be Steve. Okay. What exercises can I do to extend the range of my chest voice, M1, and my head voice, M2, and how do I equalize or connect both the registers? Steve Sings asked this. Speak of the devil. So, to extend your M1, if your M1 can already go to like the C4, F4 range consistently without breaking, you've probably gone as high as M1 will take you without some kind of belting. You can do lighter sounds above an F4, but as you get higher, you probably, those light sounds will still probably just be like softened belts. So the first thing you can do if you're like already to that level, to like an F4 maybe, is oftentimes you can start embracing belting, because belting is basically like controlled musical yelling, but a lot of people think that like yelling and exerting yourself and trying while you sing is wrong and dangerous. So there's a pretty good video on that I recommend. It's called like Belt Like Oprah or something like that. I think it might be like SLS. I can't remember which pedagogy it is, but it's like if you look up Belt Like Oprah, that'll help you find that, and you'll be able to view that same video. And it basically talks about how you just sort of like shout in a very controlled and formal way, and that is what will get you into belting. A lot of people don't even get started belting or started with higher M1 stuff because they feel like it's wrong or whatever. And if you just like yell like you've probably done several times in your life before, it will help you get past that mental block. And if you can't get up to that C4, F4 range of being able to use stable M1 before training that belt, you can do sirens to, wow, there's a lot of questions. No, what, no, oh my god, Liz tried to fucking time out. Oh my god, I'm so upset. Like, can't you see me streaming? Oh my, I am so upset at these nerds, like these damn Linux nerds. Like, can't you make stuff that is usable for humans? Okay. Like that's the same complaint that I always get when I like whip out a word like M1. All these people that are like super geniuses in computers, because like every trans woman is a computer genius, conspiracy confirmed. But all these like trans people that want to do trans voice that are like super computer geniuses, like as soon as I say like M1, I see the number and it's like, this is rocket science, it's too difficult, it's too hard, why can't you make it easier to use? But, so like yeah, I get it, and I try to make my curriculum digestible, but it's like, why can't you computer people do the same stuff for everyone else? Why can't computer people make stuff that's like, okay, obviously I'm doing something, I'm recording, even if I'm not moving my cursor around, obviously I'm doing something, why would you time out? Why would you time out doing that? That's stupid, Okay, so, and how do I extend M2? So M2 extension, I know particularly Steve Sings wants to go past E5, what I call the tenor block in M2. Once you get to the edge of the tenor block, which E5 is like the outer edge of like C5 to F5, is around the outer edge of what I call the tenor block in M2. You can start using what I call the breathy induction. That's a whole involved thing that I'll probably do a module on at some point. And how do you equalize or connect both registers? You're going to want to learn more about the quotients. God, you got like 15 questions in this one question, you little cheat. But how do you equalize these mechanisms? You're going to want to lower the closed quotient of M1 and increase the closed quotient of M2. You're going to want to make the closed quotient or open quotient, depending on how you view it, values somewhat equalized, going from one to the other. So you want, like, and for those of you who don't know what the quotients are, it's basically like the denseness of your voice. It's one variable that controls the denseness of your voice. So in my M1, this voice, I'm going to want to make it lighter, so it sounds a little bit more like M2. This is M2. I want my M2 to be heavier, not like this. So I can like go, and the sound quality is more equalized in terms of the density. There's more to it than that, but that's about all I have time for because there's a lot of questions. How do I prevent the upper ranges of my chest voice from sounding strained? Belting question. So prevent from sounding strained. If it doesn't feel horrendously, horribly strained, but you still aren't used to doing it, get used to doing belt, because a lot of people expect like their first belts to be perfect, and that's just not the way it works. So, and they're doing something wrong if their first belts aren't perfect. Like, give yourself time to have crappy belts, really grind at those crappy belts until you feel like you have enough stamina to really acutely work with your belting. Because if your belt sounds strained because you're just holding on to belting for dear life, like, that's fine. You're not going to die if you're doing something that's challenging for your voice. Your voice is not even necessarily going to get damaged. It's very like difficult to damage your voice. That's work. Damaging your voice is work. So yeah, don't be afraid to sort of have these horrible scraggly sounding belts. Rika will tell you, for those who are staying after in our part of premium, I have another student who came to me, couldn't even access M2 at all, could only go as high as maybe like a G3, and now he has like a D5. Oh, well, he's probably a bit rusty, so I don't know what he has right now. But he eventually had like a D5 that he could hold in M1. So in his voice, in his belt sounded like crap at first. Like, it sounded horrible and strained and awful. But if you grind away at those strained belts, eventually the lower effort level, because you start to acclimate to how to do the belt, will take some of that strain away. Because you're straining because that's like the only way you can do it. It's like, how do I do like push-ups without shaking and trembling and sweating? So do a bunch of push-ups, and then when the threshold of what it takes for you to do a push-up goes lower, you won't have as much of these side effects of, oh, this is difficult, oh, this is hard. Okay, how do I know whether or not my teacher is using evidence-informed methods of voice pedagogy? Ask them every time they give you a drill. Ask them to explain how. Unfortunately, the state of like how the drill works. Unfortunately, the state of voice science is such that there are a lot of drills that work, but we don't fully understand why. But they should at least be able to give you something, like the kind of theory. Like, there is research behind like SOVT and everything, but I'm not sure how thorough that is. Like, SOVT, semi-inclusive vocal tract drill. So you're like you're blowing through a straw. Your standard fare High School Musical vocal drills are pretty well understood. Let me look in here. I can't stand you. Oh my God, Rika made a belt compilation of me. Okay, so speaking of, I don't know who's talking about M4, but since I saw the article on M4, I think I've been hitting M4 more. I was like, I hit it before. I'm not 100% sure that M4 is real and different from M3, only because like M3 is so ill understood, but I've been hitting it like a lot more recently, so maybe like thinking of it as a different mechanism is helping me subconsciously, but that's another thing for another time. They should be able to give you something. They should be able to say, like, here's an article, here's a researcher that I learned this from, here is the actual anatomy and physiology of how this drill works. If they can't say, like, this part of the body does this, or this kind of physical principle, if it's all, like, in the mask, and like all they have is metaphors. Like, metaphors and analogies and visualizations can be good for conveying, communicating an idea. But you should have an idea that you are trying to communicate with the imagery. If all you have is the imagery, imagery isn't an idea. Like, you can't have a simile or a metaphor if you have nothing that you are comparing it to, if you have no analogy to be making into a drill in the first place. Like, if you have nothing that is going behind that analogy, then that's a problem. Like, a lot of people be like, science is scary, why can't you just tell me to place things in the mask? It's like, that's fine. If placing things in the mask, whatever, works for you, by all means, place stuff in your empty-headed ass mask. But if you want to actually know that, like, you are doing something good by placing in the mask, you should understand some level of underlying science behind what actually physiologically happens when you use the mask. Okay, speaking of placement and resonance, what factors influence voice timbre, and how can I learn to make my voice sound darker or brighter? There's a lot of things that influence voice timbre. I don't have time to get into all of them at all right now. But Steve Sings right now, like, slaying the game. How do I make my voice sound darker or brighter? Okay, so the first thing you want to look at is learn how to read a spectrogram. We have a channel on the Discord called Acoustics and Audiology, I think. So it's basically about, like, setting up mics, looking at sound waves for the voice, and just acoustic analysis, that kind of physics, and how we perceive of those sound physics thingy bababas. So learning how to read those and look at the patterns in those is a great way to understand that. For right now, just leave it at, like, darker things tend to have dampening, especially of higher formants, of higher harmonics, of higher formants. That tends to be so, like, that's why nasality tends to sound darker. So, like, when people think, like, twang, 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 that's the nasality. No, it's not. This is twang. But they call it nasality, and they're like, this makes the voice brighter. Nasality makes the voice brighter. And it doesn't. Nasality actually makes the voice darker. Like, to me, this sounds darker. This sounds more muffled. This sounds, like, richer and further away. Because some of the sound energy gets absorbed into the nasal sinuses. I'm not entirely sure how it works anatomically, but physically, I know that it literally, like, drags vowel formants down in pitch, so it lowers your harmonics and formants. So that's an example of something darkening. So things that either lower harmonics and formants or dampen the high ones, making them less amplitude, those will tend to darken. And brighter ones tend to, like, amplify higher formants or higher harmonics and formants and raise them. Let's just say overtones. So all of these in turn, anatomically speaking, in terms of what you do, darkening tends to be accomplished by the blocking of sound or absorption of sound by, like, different bodies inside the vocal tract. So, like, conodal is a great example of me darkening my sound by blocking the sound as it leaves from my vocal cords to my mouth, blocking it with the back of the tongue. And then, like, brightness usually involves either, like, a constriction of something that will funnel and channel the sound and kind of, like, laser pinpoints the sound. So twang kind of pinpoints the sound, and then other things that, like, make the journey out the vocal tract a little more direct path, less blockage. No, bitch. No, we're not featuring timing out today. Okay. And then, damn, with all these good questions. Okay, what vocal exercises should be part of my daily regimen for conditioning my singing voice? There's no one drill that I would say is for everyone. The only two drills that I would give everyone is, hey, how to yawn, I command. It's like a really good reset button for tension that you have in your voice. And sirens. A lot of people do these scales. I'm not trying to get up and do these scales. I'm a mess. I cannot. But like the da 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 da, like those kinds of scales, whatever. I don't like doing discrete scales where you do each note on a different syllable because it teaches this sort of anticipation and fear of the high notes. I like to teach what I call the reverse pendulum siren. I've gone over this before, but I'll just do it real quick, where you just slide to your comfort zone and then slide and slowly expand your comfort zone. Hopefully you can see me at all. I don't know if in fact, let me see if y'all can even see me while okay. It's like Schrodinger's cat. I don't know if you can like see me when I have this tab minimized. Whatever. So, sorry. Reverse siren is like a so like as I slide more, my comfort range increases and everything starts to get connected, and it's nice to like train this relaxation as I go to the extremes of the range, so I don't associate the extremes of the range with this kind of like strain for the hard note type of mentality. Yes, those are all the questions on Stack Exchange. If you want your questions answered that thoroughly, oh my god, if you want your yes, use me on Twitter, use me, Lord. Back to some time looks like okay. I don't know. I'm scared, Rika. Help me with this later. Help me with this. I appreciate your help, but you help me with this. Okay. Avadno, I don't know how to pronounce your name. I'm sorry. Avadno asks, weren't you going to go over how to go past E5, F5, G5? I'm gonna do a module on that if enough people request it. So yeah. Also, yeah. While I'm here, please upvote this. Please give this a like. Please subscribe to my channel so I can amplify this and attract students that can help sustain me, so I can eat in between these office hours and be here and be alive. So that would help a lot. Thank you. Okay, yes, Valerie, I did answer the AES question, so make sure you go back and check that. Okay, so the E5 to G5 range. G5 starts to get into what I call the mezzo block. E5, F5 is what I call like the tenor block. M2, the configuration of like head voice, changes past that mark, so that benchmark. So you have to learn how to use those different forms of M2. I'm going to teach a module on it if enough people request it. So make sure you go on the Discord server, link in the description. Make sure you go on the Discord server and request it, because I'm trying to give y'all modules, but you have to let me know when you want them. You have to let me know what you want them on. I keep making announcements into the void, but y'all want stuff, so let me know what you want, or else I can't give you what you want. How do I know? Oh my god, thank you, Sharper Snowflake. I read the brightness can be somewhat quantified by calculating the weighted mean of the frequencies in the sound. The only thing about the weighted... intensity weighted mean. Well, actually, that's smart. Bitch, that is smart. Oh, that is smart. I think that could work. I think that could work. What's the only thing I don't like about that? Yeah, it'd be like a very absolute sense of brightness. I think like brightness from Val, the brightness of the Val I hear differently than the brightness of like whether or not you have the singers format very amplified, which is like this high frequency band around 3,000 hertz. That is the way opera singers are heard over the orchestra. These very like kind of like very brilliant, even though from not being loud, it's very like pingy in your ear, and that's a different kind of brightness to me than like using a different mechanism. So like the brightness of belting, all those are different brightnesses to me. They're convergent in that they seem similar. It's like aperiodicity, which I'm getting too jargony and complicated. I'm sorry. Yeah, I don't know how to change it. I don't know how to change it. I'm sorry, I don't know how to change my mic level. You don't like the sound of my voice? I'm sorry. I'll change it for next time, but right now I don't want to change anything, because if I go into, oh damn Rika, that's sexy. If I go into this stream encoder right now and I try to change something and the shit shut down, I'm gonna have to catch several bodies. There will be blood in the streets if I open this little not low budget. I'm sure it's good if you know how to use it. But this little doo-doo acting. Did I eat this? Yeah, I ate it. If I open up this little doo-doo acting encoder and I try to change the volume and it crashes, the streets will rain with blood. Like, it will be like no other. You will not be ready for the carnage that will happen in America if I have this encoder shut down after all the work I put into getting it to do this. I'm operating 2 operating systems at the same damn time. Oh God, I'm sorry. One of me is bad enough. Y'all shouldn't have to see 5 of me. Thank you, Mel Soprano. I'm gonna make an announcement about it. This is the one that's picked up the most. Krampus hasn't listened to the belting module. I'm so betrayed and slayed. Where am I? Okay, is this where the good? This is where the chat is. I don't know if I'm getting the chat. Y'all can probably see my screen and see whether or not I'm getting like the most recent stuff in chat. What else? Limzo. Okay, thank you. Yeah, so the weighted average is great, but I don't know if I would want to take a weighted average for the entire spectrum. I want to like isolate off like in the 1,500 to 3,000 hertz range. This is like the timbral brilliance, and then below that might be like the mechanism brilliance, and then like the brilliance due to squillo, and then which is the core compression, and just stuff in the squillo I think just basically describes stuff in the vocal tract that compresses to give you like a sonic funnel, like when you try to like blow through a whistle and you get like this sharper, louder sound the tighter the hole is. Oh my God, don't. It's at the top chat. Change it to live chat. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh my God. All messages are visible. No, it looks the same. Oh, sharper snowflake is Mia. Okay, that explains everything. Like I've read that before, but I forgot. Yes, I'm so sorry for my hot mic level. I will fix it for the next time. And feel free to ask questions here. I see you typing, Steve. Feel free to ask your question here as well. If you love the thorough ass answers that I gave to Steve, make sure you sign up for Stack Exchange. I'm gonna go over time. If like I'm probably gonna go to 8:45. My student's gonna be here at 9, and I'm gonna be broadcasting the lesson on the premium section. So if you're on the premium section of my Discord, please come through, get your benefits. You'll be paying for benefits and then they don't want to use them. Like, use them. They're yours. You paid me. I'm scared to listen to this belt compilation because I know Rika just included my failure belts in this compilation. I'm so scared. In fact, let me listen to it while I wait for y'all. Okay. Oh my God, Rika! That's so good. Wow. No, I'm not doing no module tonight. Oh my God, Rika. Oh, that was so cute. Oh, thank you, Rika. Oh, I'm gonna lazy busy. It's strongly correlated, but not necessarily always the case. Probably the same. Yeah, that would have been bad. I was expecting half the belts to be like that. But those are like my, probably a lot of these are like demonstrations, or like I'm doing a belt. I'm not trying to necessarily make it sound pretty. These belts sound horrible. but it is a nice range wank. It is a nice range wank. Like some of these I really like. I'm starting to like step off the gas when I get past the like D sharp 5. Bitch. Oh, this is so cute. Oh my God. Oh, that's so cute. I need to like do some actual good sounding belts in a damn song. Oh, my bad. Oh, I looked at that. Yeah. Those are all from the belting module. I was about to say. Like, I know I've done at least one better sounding belt than those. I think I was self-conscious the entire time, so I did these like half attenuated belts because when I did that module, it was like right before one of my rock operas was going on, and I was doing it upstairs in this little abandoned ass practice room. Oh my God, it was like so scary. It was like walking through like the attic where Chucky was kept before he came back to life or something. It was scary. I was wandering in the land of darkness, and but still, even after all that, I could hear the band practicing nearby. So I figured like if I could hear them, they could hear me. So I was really like scared and nervous about the doing the belting. So that's probably why part of it is crap, and the other part of it is like I always work on my voice in theory. I never work on it to like actually be good. I know, I did look at the tags. I feel so bad. Using like that I'm the example. I feel like I don't deserve all these glorious tags. Yeah. Bell, a soprano, had voice song. Send me one. Oh crap, if I listen to it on this stream, the stream is gonna get, well, not demonetized, because it never monetized in the first place. Probably gonna get like a copyright strike or something. What note does Carmen start on? Carmen. No! You saw that. Right? You saw how OBS came for my life. What the What? Where am I? Oh my God, I'm so scared! Am I still broadcasting? Somebody say something if I'm still broadcasting. Oh, well, yeah, no, F6, I'm not sure if that can even be truly belted. Is the live stream still happening on YouTube? Somebody let me know in voice text chat right now if the live stream is still happening. OBS came for my life. OBS tried to kill me. Story time. I was afeared. Okay. Wow, y'all saw that, like, out of nowhere. I was just typing Carmen, habanera, sheet music. Let me see what note it starts on, so I don't have to actually, like, play it. What if I cover someone's song in my stream? Do I get fucking struck the fuck down? No, bitch. I want to see where the... Okay. So the do. Fuck, no, what key is it originally in? No, don't give me that shit. Don't give me that shit. I need to stop, like, cursing so much, though, for real. I need Jesus. I need God. What note is that? Is that a B? Yeah, I guess that's a B. Like, right here. I don't know if y'all can see my mouse. Oh, bitch. Okay, so that's if it's in D minor. What's the original key? Is D minor the original key? If I look at, like, several of these pieces, and D minor is the original key. Yeah, everything looks to be in D minor. So, I'm assuming that the, starting note is B flat 4. I'm assuming it's B flat 4. Okay, let me open up a tuner. Hopefully this thing, flutetunes.com/tuner. Open this tuner and find a allow, right? Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna try to do Habanero from Carmen, except in M1. So the original, I think that is how it goes. Let me look up the rest of that sentence. L'amour was a rebelle. I can't read this shit. I can't read. Bitch, no. Okay, so we'll make a compilation of all my screaming, please. Que nul ne peut apprivoiser. Okay. Que nul ne peut apprivoiser. Okay. Que nul ne peut apprivoiser. That goes so low. I kind of want to do it higher because it's not even like really that glorious. But so that's taking M2 passage from opera and putting it in M1. Now, that's not even particularly high, but that's the only one I can think of. That's the only one I fucking know. Sorry. Really? I should be starting on D? Really? No, D minor is the original key signature, but I don't know. I'll start it on D. I'm not scared. I think that was it. Should we start on D6? Are we gonna start on D6? Oh yeah, no, D minor is the key of it, but I think the first note is B. That's what I'm seeing when I look at the sheet music. But I can't really read the sheet music, it's so small. Oh, wait, you're probably right, actually. Yeah, it was so small, I think I was reading it wrong. Yeah, you're right. It should be D. It should be D. I'm sorry. Yeah, it was so small before I couldn't even see what, like, line it was on. But yes, okay. I just told you it was okay to use my mic. What? Okay, so I did it on the D5. Did you get the D5? I redeemed myself. Oh my god. Okay, sorry, yeah, it's hard to... Oh god, I could not find the damn D5. Because I can't give myself the note because I'm too lazy to get up. Oh god. Did I end on the right note? No! I didn't end on the right note! The right note I think is E. I'm not ending on E. Why am I not ending on E? I guess I don't know the song as well as I did. I cannot sight read, so don't ask me for that. Okay, I'll try to. Let's see if I can even hit a D7 today. Sorry, a little fry at the end. Okay, wait, it does end on a C? But when I look at the sheet music, it looks like it ends on an E. So I guess I'm starting it in D. No, because even if I end it in D, if I ended it in the key of C minor, I should be ending on a D. But I feel like I looked at the tuner and I saw C as the final note. I guess I don't know it as well. I don't know that song as well as I thought I did. Oh, okay. Yeah, no, yeah. I think I like as soon as I hit the starting note, I think I dropped down. No, I can't do no D8. Not a coup. Not a Brazilian coup. Okay, it starts on D and goes down to D. Look at the sheet music, and the apprivoiser, the Z of apprivoiser is like, I think it's an E. Jesus, how do I zoom in? I'm gonna get this right once. I'm gonna get this right once. I need to get this right once for the sake of my pride. Okay, so I'm gonna start on a D. I'm gonna end on an E. I'm not gonna get this. Okay, E flat. Damn it! I think I went between E and E flat. I think I'm going flat somewhere. Cause like there's half steps in the actual melody, and I think I'm doing like more half steps than I'm supposed to. Let's see what y'all are saying. No, you're fine. You're fine. I don't know the melody of the song that well. I think I'm inserting extra half steps. No, I know I'm wrong. You're not nitpicking. I know I'm wrong. But the point was, I did the D5 in M1 and proved that I can't read sheet music. That was really bad. I swear it was the fact that it was like so minimized. I don't even know what time it is. So y'all gonna have me here forever because I'm in like screen capture mode and I'm scared to press escape until this shit is over. Because I just know it's gonna shut down. I'm about to body every one of you hoes. No, okay, 8:34. Y'all got me for 11 more minutes of torture. Somebody like my comment on YouTube. I wish I could like send this.
Introducing Michelob Ultra.
Oh, stop. Don't do that, phone. Don't do that.
My next guest is a talented...
Go upload my comment so people can find me. I'm going to upload this comment onto Discord. But somebody is finally recognizing me for my talents. I just uploaded the comment to Discord. Let's see. Does anybody say anything? No, you're fine. I think I already said that. You're fine for just nitpicking at me. But in my defense, I did do a D5 and I did do D7. So I can do the D7 without going into fry. I doubt it. Okay, that's what I was doing wrong. Now I got the melody right. Okay, because it doesn't go down as far as I thought it did at the end. So I think it's a combination of I took an extra half step and I misremembered the interval at the end being wider than it actually was. I taught this song to somebody like 3-4 years ago. Is that Sia? Oh, thank you. Okay, let's see if I can put words on it. That's something I need to work on, is like putting words on stuff. In whistle. No! Okay. Oh shit. Oh shit. OBS. OBS comes from my blood pressure. But up all my comments and stuff, if you can find it on that video. I don't know if you can even find it on that video. It's probably buried deep down inside. But wait, what? See a real habanero? Oh, okay, maybe I'm remembering that phrase. Oh, but I think I went even lower than do when I was doing it, because I was starting on D and ending on C, so I was ending on, if that's the minor, I'm ending on T or Tay. I don't know. Does solfege like adjust for minor, or does it just adjust for like accidentals that deviate from the regular scale, like the established scale? Ugh. Ew. So much sweat. That's why I wear these ponchos, because I'm not trying to wear a shirt. Because this light shining on me got me sweating, and I don't play that. Ugh. Somebody get it for the range compilation. Get that D5 and the D sharp. Let's see, can I get a D6 belt? Oh! Mia over here coming for Sia. Really? Oh my god. Yes, conservative prescriptivism. Well, damn, I didn't know that. I'm actually kind of like... So... Yeah, where did C come from? Because if so was part of the original stuff, that's confusing. I feel like one of the accidentals could be like C, because like if you have an accidental, it's maybe like sharp from so. Exactly. Like say, saw, sue. No, it's not Sia. I didn't post a damn thing of Sia. Oh, I didn't even say what video this was on. This is like Amber Mark. Let's see if I can. Ooh, Jesus, ew, ew. My back is sweating. Oh, don't forget to upvote and subscribe. Create highlights? Wait, what? I don't know how to do that. You can do highlights while you're live? That's a bop. That's cute. Doty. But now that's what I have my sweatshop for. Y'all going to establish my highlight reel clips. The first highlight reel should hopefully be on Trans Voice. If y'all hoes get it together. And feel free to ask me more questions, because I'm just like, I'm not attached to this foolery at all. I'm just killing time. What was I even looking at? What was I? I was looking at I was looking up my, what's it called? The comment video from the video. Amber Mark. Damn! I think, yes, I'm pretty sure it was this where I posted the comment. I'm watching YouTube. Actually, no. Oh, shit, let me not do that. Let me not get that strike. Oh, the blood of Jesus has saved me. Let me not get a copyright strike for playing Amber Mark while I'm on the thing. Yeah, y'all can find the video that I just went to. Let me link it, though. Let me still link it, though. Y'all finna ask questions or not? Because I know y'all got questions. Oh, let me go back to... Wow, it's still bad. God, this is so unhelpful. High quality heterosexual music. Isn't that like a oxymoron? Oh my god, can y'all ask a question if y'all have questions? Because I know y'all hoes gonna have questions. The next time y'all want to come at me with some questions after an office hours, I'll be like, well, you should have asked during office hours. God, I cannot breathe in my nose and I'm suffering. Every day I'm suffering. My next student might be a little bit late. Let's see, y'all asking questions and nope, still no questions. Okay, I'm gonna give it like 2 more minutes. There's no more questions in here because I know y'all got questions, but you just rather inbox me and tag me and make me do all this work to type them up. I see how it is. Thank you, Steve. Okay, can you explain how recruited vocal fold mask can vary inside a given mechanism? So there are however many umpteen layers of tissue inside the vocal tract, and there are varying levels of recruiting them. And there's definitely like thresholds where, so I can find like the Wikipedia thing. Wikipedia falsetto. Let's see if because I know the GIF is here. There, yeah. So you have the like mucosa, the ligament, the muscularis, vocalis, like all from outer to inner, and even those layers have like several sub-layers inside of them. Nick, having just recently read up on vocology, will probably know the specific names of these layers more so than me, because I'm rusty as fuck. All I know is like the lamina propria. Jesus. Oh. So talking for long periods of time makes me get really congested. So you have like, no, did I say drag? Did I say drag? No, I did not. Fuck out of here. See, that's what the glottal cycle for falsetto looks like. Internalize that real quickly. And then, modal. Ugh, they use probably like the still or something. And then you see how, like, more of it is vibrating here. And then you see nothing here because y'all hoes are inconsistent. Sexy baby voice? Who calls Fry that? And I don't even like calling that registered Fry for reasons that I do not have to explain to anyone. But, yeah, so you see those different, so that's basically what recruited vocal fold mass means, how much of the vocal cords are actually being used in vibration. So there's different sublayers, and depending on the mechanics of what the quotient is looking like, how much the vocal cords are contacting, and how much the musculus vocalis is like stagnant and staying in place, there can be variable levels of engagement of these different, and the stretching of the vocal folds as well. There can be variable levels of engagement of the layers of this vocal tissue in different mechanisms, as well as establishing the boundary between different mechanisms. And I wouldn't be surprised if things like the extension changes, like how belting changes as you go above A4, and then again as you go above D sharp 5, and then how M2 changes as you go above like E5-ish, and then as you go above like A5-ish, how it changes. I wouldn't be surprised if this was partially due to the recruitment of less vocal mass as you go higher. Like the stretching of it thinner and the sort of aerodynamic need to have less vocal mass to vibrate in order to get it vibrating at a higher speed. I wouldn't be surprised if that in the end resulted in less vibratory vocal mass. Let me open this up, see if y'all still. I'm making E easier. I'll get to that as soon as I finish the vocal fold mass varying inside of a mechanism. So, vocal fold mass can vary like that, and it might be able to stylistically vary. I need more data on that. And also the amount of the vocal fold mass vibrating can also be impacted by the glottal configuration. Like if my vocal folds are aligned so parallel, you're going to get more full vibration, but like anterior, posterior wise, you'll probably get more vibration. But if I wedge them apart, you might get more anterior vibration. Is it anterior or posterior where the vocal folds? A lot of the drawings make it, I'm pretty sure it's anterior. So anterior is like, like basically like the vocal folds are like this, where towards the front of my neck, they might like be able to slide in like this. So only these edges vibrate the most, and these back parts don't vibrate as much. Wow. I am so sick of you hoes. Okay. So, Mia asks, any tips on making E, the vowel E, easier? I actually had someone on my Facebook, I'm so mad that I didn't, figure out how to simul stream to, Facebook and YouTube at the same time. But on, Facebook, check out, the posting in the Scinguistics Facebook group. Check out the posting that I made on the eval challenge, and one person said she has a drill that basically I think you do a pitch siren, but you also do like a vowel siren at the same time. So it'd be like a, and like you transfer between vowels as you go higher. I think the best way to do that would be like in random, so you don't get any associations of this vowel is a good one for this vowel is a good one for that. So start from the vowel that you're comfortable with and sort of glissando the vowel into a challenge vowel. You can do that also held on one note at a time to like for starters. So I can like pick a note where it's like hard for me to get E. A lot of people say like E is hard for belting or whatever. So I can be like, oh yeah! So I can do something like that. Hello, Ava. Is that what's your name? Chain got fucked up on my school driving home, but now I'm here. Hey, Ava, thanks for coming. I'll be on for a little bit longer because we started late, and my student after this is coming late. Woo. Yeah, Kagura's, like, messing up Kagura is a good way to get damaged, but, like, if you don't mess up Kagura, it's perfectly safe. Try to practice increasing your M2 range past F5 by screaming. For me, it depends on what you mean by scream. Some people naturally scream up there. I don't think I naturally scream that high. I whistle, like, ah! When somebody makes a joke, but like when I'm actually scared, I usually just, I think I stay in M1, but I think if I'm scared or like, oh shit, like I'll like say something like that. Usually I get like false folds going, and that's my way of like vocally communicating stress. But for those people that scream high naturally, that's a good resource to work with. And screams, depending on what kind of screams, can be good for degunking. Like if I have problems with like mucus above F5, like that's good for like degunking. Oh Jesus, I am so hot. Why am I so hot? The light isn't even really on me. Cannot wait to be done with today. Y'all don't even know. Oh shit. Damn. Sorry. There's like a pride brunch. My roommates want to do like a damn pride brunch. Oh shit. Damn. They got it poppin'. I have never like been to Pride. I don't know nothing about that life, so I don't know how this works. I guess like we eat brunch together and then go to Pride. I don't know. But damn, this food looking good. Okay, let's see if anybody asks any questions. Okay, yeah. So that's what I was gonna say. I wouldn't recommend learning how to use F5 plus by screaming. Okay, yeah. Okay, now I know, Ava. But yeah, these things can be done safely, but they can also be done not so safely. Okay, y'all don't got no questions. Okay, if there's no more questions in a minute, I'm gonna hang up. Oh, breathing enough for a diaphragm. Alvin, you need to be asking about how you get that Fem1. Oh, damn. Okay. According to CVT, one should not protrude the jaw, and as I understand it, they want one to be able to have a finger pointing straight up behind the upper row of teeth. What does that even mean? And in front of the lower row of teeth in order to not strain while producing vowels. Okay, so it is possible for jaw-based strain, like if I have some kind of weird jaw configuration, I don't know, like there's protruding jaw is a thing. So I can protrude my jaw, but I can also be very relaxed while protruding my jaw in terms of my vocal tone, and that doesn't at all affect the quality of my voice. So, yeah, no, it's weird. It's weird. Because a lot of people try to fix the voice with vowels. Vowels shape the voice. Vowels are not the voice. Like, the vowels happen entirely in your mouth. I'm sure if you look at vowels, like the word vowels, I think it has something to do with like mouth if you look at the derivation. Let me look. Vowel etymology. Oh, it means letter. Never mind. Oh crap, it means voice. Never mind. Etymology, why have you failed me? But anyways, vowels don't impact what you're doing with your vocal cords. They don't have to. Like if you're straining, that's probably a problem. You can't strain a vowel. Like there's no vowel that is inherently strained. You just have different mouth shapes. So I can be I can have relaxed vocal cords in any degree of mouth shapes. It's like saying if you wiggle your big toe while you play video games, you'll straighten your thumbs. It's no, that's not how it works. They're different parts of the body. They can move in isolation from each other. Yes, it's possible that if I am squatting and doing heavy intensive exercises with my legs while playing video games, I'm going to press the buttons harder because I'm straining and that strain resonates throughout my body and everything starts straining. So you can get that sort of sympathetic type of strain. But by itself, no. There's no reason that any vowel should have any particular bearing on what you are doing with your vocal cords. Your vowels are here, your voice is here. They're separable parts. So I don't get the jaw test type thing. You should fix strain at the source. Because say I want to play a character that's kind of haughty and talks with his jaw kind of like this, or if that's just how I want to look while I'm singing, I should be able to do this and still do all of the things. Give me a challenging vocal thing to do and I'll do it with my mouth in any kind of position. There's no reason to connote any mouth position with any particular throat position. You should be looking at those. And I feel God, watch this get stormed by CVT whenever I get a break and get to maybe 100 views per video or something like that. And just watch the CVT person find me and start some unholy war. But honestly, that's what the problem with CVT and a lot of vocal pedagogies is. They don't want to actually talk about what's happening with your actual voice. So they use things that you learn about in kindergarten to talk about instead. They talk about vowels. They talk about breathing. They talk about posture. All these things that you learn, sit up straight in kindergarten. You learn about A, E, O, U, A, E, I, O, U in kindergarten. You learn about breathing as soon as you leave your mother's womb. So just these very basic primordial concepts that aren't evolved enough to just handle all the aspects of voice. So rather than talk about thresholds of close quotient, rather than talk about mucilation on the epithelial layers of your vocal folds, and how that can reduce friction and phonotrauma, rather than talking about these actual vocal health things, they talk about vowels because that's all they know how to talk about. Oh, God, I hate that song. Toto's song Georgie Porgy is way better. It's way better. So check out Georgie Porgy by Toto. In fact, no, fucking Africa. I'm gonna sing Georgie Porgy with my teeth pulled over my top lip. Okay, so I'm gonna sing like this. Let's just say the words to Georgie Porgy by Toto. Georgie Porgy by Toto. This song is so much better. It's not your situation, I just need contemplation over you. I'm not so systematic, it's just an I'm an addict for your love. Not the only one that holds you, I never ever should have told you you're my only girl. I'm not the only one that holds you, I never ever should have told you you're my only world. Georgie, Georgie, put in pop. Kiss the girls and made them cry. Kiss the girls and made them cry. Kiss the girls and made them high. Georgie, Georgie, put in pop. Kiss the girls and made them cry. Kiss the girls and made them cry. Kiss the girls and made them high. Georgie, Georgie, kiss the girls and made them cry. Kiss the girls and made them high. Okay, I just sang like an actual song with my teeth pulled over my top lip. So if that doesn't show that mouth position, it ain't shit. Like, I don't know what else you need. I think I did a pretty good job besides like sounding like facial defected. Alvin, die. Okay. A4 belt. I'll give you an A5 belt. Okay. Okay. With that mouth shape. No, not an A4 belt. No. That was like a crap. That was not A4. Okay, with the overbite and everything. How come I struggle having twang past F4? I'm really asking real questions. Related to office questions. How? Oh, let me make sure I don't miss the buzzer. Okay, I need to answer this question and. Oh my god, he's annoying. Okay, so twang can help make higher notes easier, but it shouldn't be used for that. That's a crutch. I like use it if you want twang on the note, not because you feel like you need twang on the note. Don't crutch, not even once. Wait, that was really light sounds. Those were light sounds. That belt was light. No, that was not light. Really? Wait, that belt was light. The A4 was light. I'm annoyed. Okay. Like okay. I'm gonna give. No, my pride will not let me stand for this. Okay, I'm gonna find an A4 belt and show that's a belt with a passaggio break. Okay, that's like a belt. I held it with the overbite, and then I passaggio tested it, and it changed it to M2. That was definitely M1. Oh, okay. Yeah, no, because I don't like. Yeah, Toto's male singers, so Toto's male singers, so it didn't have a lot of range. I tried to like sing the female part in the song, but it didn't. I don't remember exactly how it went. But yeah, check out Georgie Porgy by Toto. Oh crap, do I get in trouble for fucking singing that on the internet? Okay. No! What? Okay. Twang, no, not even once. Don't use this as a crutch. How come I struggle twang past F4? Figure out how those notes are past F4. If you feel like they're a struggle just in general past F4, you should worry about just getting those notes more under control and then trying to customize them. If you feel like you just have trouble with twang, try sirening and twang. Like siren from a note where you can hit twang into the notes where you can't. So if you have an easier time, like lower, they're like and try to put twang up where you need it. Yeah, this is C sharp 5, so that was like, yeah, it's probably higher than F4. Oh. But yeah, I know Georgie Porgy. Africa is also kind of light, but people be out here acting like you need. Somebody asked about breath control, whatever. People be acting out like you need all this remedial, corrective, postural breathing shit to sing like the most basic song. Sing like damn like Ed Sheeran or something. Like he's cute. His voice is a little bit of a bop. Like he's got some good runs, but he never does anything, at least not usually, that's like that vocally demanding or athletic for you to need all these deep breaths, for you to need all this correct posture, for you to need all this. Like if you could talk, if you are healthy enough to talk, if you have enough air to talk efficiently, you can sing part of your faves, because your faves ain't shit just like you. No, no, I'm kidding. But like, unless you are doing some Mariah Carey challenge song or whatever, you don't need all this extra breath. You don't need all this extra posture. You don't need all this stuff. And even when you do need that, maybe you need extra like breath for a Mariah Carey song, but I've yet to find like a posture from where it's impossible to do any kind of vocal feat. That's something that we could test out next time. Okay, I think I am going to conclude this unless there are some questions in the slot. It'll take a lot to drag me away from you. I don't know. Oh, from Africa? I don't know. A5 belt is not that demanding. I gave like a if you just want like a phrased A4 belt, I'll give like some phrased high belt. I'll give a phrase whatever belt comes out. Okay, I'm gonna phrase on D5 because that's the first one. Okay. This is some words on the D5. Maybe feature 5. Okay, yeah, overbite. Hard to talk with it, but I'm not having any problems with. Jesus. Okay, belting a C6. I will belt a C6 if you do your Fem 1 homework. If you do your Fem 1, I will belt a C6 upside down. In fact, let me save for next time. I will do all kinds of belting requests for you if you do your Fem 1 work. I'm like looking at your icon in the chat as if I'm like I'm actually wagging my finger at your face. Okay, if you're Ava asks, but with the talk face. Oh my God, can I talk to your manager? No, Karen, no, not the manager. Okay, one last question then, a quickie. Ava asks, if my voice is tired, should I just rest it completely, or would it help to do light humming, strophination? Light humming, strophination, there's studies on it. If you want to support me and join Premium, we post some of those studies in the Sing Swag folder, or Sing Swag, I wish it were a folder, but people keep wanting to yap in that channel. Sing Swag channel. So you can look at the archives of articles that show, like we looked at indices of like tissue regeneration, we looked at indices of like immune activity, we looked at indices of wound repair, and like all of those tended to be higher during light phonation than just plain vocal rest. Vocal rest is overrated. Don't do it for more than a week in most times. Unless you like have an active vocal hemorrhage, you shouldn't need more than a couple days. You'll be fine. You should feel attacked. I'm attacking you. Do Fem 1. I'm coming for your breast register. Okay, that is it for this time on Office Hours. Catch us next week for the thrilling conclusion. I don't know how to. I think I'm gonna just have to turn this shit off, because like I don't know what mode I am in, and I cannot operate this damn OBS. I'm so scared and hurt right now, and I don't know how to stop the stream. Can I like stop it from up here? Or I can stop streaming from inside YouTube. Oh yeah, I just went over my hour. Y'all got a full hour for me. Don't forget to upvote the hell out of this. Share it with your friends. Upload it so I can stop being poor. Thank you so much for coming. see you next week. See you on the server. And like, remember, you can come to these. So don't inbox me. Like, don't tag me unless it's like very specifically has to do with me. Because I have 15,000 tags. And if you ask a question, I will see it eventually. If you really want an answer from me, like tag me. But try getting answers from other people. There are plenty of smart, excellent people on my server. So in order for me to give you all the best content, like I don't want to like be ignoring people's questions. So like, don't just inbox me. Save it for this. Save it for office hours where I can actually answer your question in person. If it's really important, you want a full, lengthy, in-depth answer, follow Steve Singh's lead and I think Valerie, and post that shit on Stack Exchange. And upvote the questions that you also think are good and that you want to answer to. Like, look through the Stack Exchange questions. Don't just post your question. Somebody may have already asked it. If you upvote it and let me know that you want me to answer it again, I will answer it again. And you can put any modifications you want to the question. But use these resources because I cannot, like, type up these long answers to problems that are best explained with my voice. Like, the voice is just so much easier to explain with using the voice than clack, clack, clackety, clack on the keyboard. So hit up these office hours, tell a friend, upvote this, subscribe, and I'll see you next week. Thank you so much for coming. I said stop streaming!